All right, folks, here we are back in the garage, and in many videos I've told everyone that the Poulan 5200 is my favorite saw. It's just because Poulan's is what I grew up with. My dad used on a regular basis various versions of the Super 250 or the 250 automatic or the Super 25, various versions, all 38cc top handle saws, and his Poulan 4200, which is sitting over there in the far side of the garage. And this one, the Poulan 5200, which belonged to my grandfather. Funny story about these. My dad went to the Poulan dealer here locally, and back in, I don't know exactly what year, 78 maybe, 79, and purchased the 4200, which is, as advertised by Poulan, 69 cc's. And it came with this bar, which is a 30-inch bar and 3/8 drive, or 3/8 pitch. And he used it for all kinds of things. It also came with a 20-inch bar on the 4200. And then here's the funny part of the story. When my grandfather saw that saw, decided that his son wasn't allowed to have a chainsaw bigger than him, and so he went out to the same dealership and bought the Poulan 5200, which is an 85cc saw, and he bought it with a 24-inch bar. And I now run the 30-inch bar on the 5200 and the 24-inch bar on the 4200. And I inherited both saws when my grandfather and my father passed away, and I just love the way they sound. I love the way they cut. With a sharp chain, they just cut. There's no slowing them down, and they might not be as fast as a comparable Husqvarna or Steel chainsaw from that era, but I think they'd probably give them a good run for their money. Anyway, the reason I've taken a video right now of the 5200 is, well, you haven't seen it on the channel in a long time. That's because it has been out of commission. The two of the three muffler bolts that hold the muffler on from the inside of the muffler no longer had good enough threads on the cylinder side, not the bolt side, but the cylinder didn't have threads good enough to hold those bolts and to hold the muffler on. So I took it out of the rotation, and I purchased some helicoil to use with the original bolts, which were fine. There's no damage on those. But to tell you the honest truth, I have been worried about using them, just because I have never used helicoils before. I've seen them used and things, but I've never used them. And a new cylinder, if I messed this up, a new cylinder for this saw is nearly impossible to find. I was able to find, I haven't needed it, but I was able to find a 4200 cylinder for what I thought was a really good price on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, maybe a year or two ago. But cylinders for the 5200 or the 5400 or the 8500 just don't come up for sale, and at least not very often. And so I was really worried about messing it up. But today I bit the bullet and gave it a try. And so far it seems like it was successful. I'm trying to get this ready to take to the gas up. I've had that topic in several of my videos, and I kind of want to do this coming weekend. I want to do a display of not only the Gram Page tiller and the CMAR tiller, but a grouping of Poulan saws. The 5200, the 4200, the 3700, and the 3400, and a Super 25 or DA 25. I don't remember which one I'm going to take. Whichever one I've got running, I don't remember exactly which model it is. And I can take a 361 even though it doesn't run. It's got a scored up piston and cylinder, but figured I might take it just to show. And also I could take a Craftsman 3.7, which is the same as the 3700. But anyway, I tested it. I squirted some gas. It's been a long time since this has been run, so I squirted some gas down the carburetor, and it started to pull fuel. So I put the air filter back on. I've not put the top cover on yet, but I figured I'd just start it up so everybody can see it. So I'll switch it on, and it should start with one pull. We'll see. Starts right up and runs beautifully, cuts beautifully. Right now it's got a full chisel Oregon EXL chain on it, non-skip. It's just a full house chain, and I think it's going to get put back in the rotation if I get into some bigger wood, and where I might need a 30-inch bar. But anyway, thanks for joining. Thanks for checking it out. And I'm going to have some fun displaying this at the Gas Up, which is a show put on by the Hudson Mohawk chapter of the Pioneer Gas Engine Association here in New York. And, it's a fun time. And hopefully some people will get a kick out of seeing some of these old Poulan saws. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the upcoming videos of when I get this thing out running and cutting. Thanks.